Hello students, so as we all know that a grammar is defined with these four tuples: the set of variables, the set of terminals, the set of production rules and the start variables. And here are some examples of the grammars, and you all can see that I am defining all these grammars in terms of production rules. And what is production rule? The alpha to beta. That means here alpha can be replaced by the beta. So this is LHS part and this is RHS part. So here I am writing some condition like if alpha belongs to V, that means if alpha is a member of variable, we are talking about the left hand side of the production rule, and beta belongs to V plus T clean closure, that means variables and terminals ka clean closure. That means beta may be any combination of variables and terminals including epsilon, including null. Then the grammar is called context free grammar. So all the grammars written here are context free grammars. So if a grammar contains all the productions in which left hand side has only one variable, then the grammar is called context free grammar. You can see I have written here LHS will have only one variable. Then this grammar is known as context free grammar. So let's understand the derivation of a string from CFG. Here we have a grammar in which there are 6 production rules. Production number 1 E to E, production number 2 E to E plus E, production number 3 E to E minus E, production number 4 E to E asterisk E, production number 5 E to E oblique E, and production number 6 E to small a. Here you can see I have written all the 4 tuples. The set of variables in which only one variable is there, which is E. The set of terminals in which these symbols are there, the left round bracket, the right round bracket, the sign of plus, minus, asterisk, division and A. And P is the set of production rules. So there are 6 production rules here. We have written, you can see here, and the value of start variable is E itself. And now suppose we want to derive a string, let's say W is equal to A plus A asterisk A. So we want to derive this string from this given grammar. That means we have to start our job from start variable, that is E, and we have to reach up to this string by applying these production rules. So this is not direct, this is indirect actually. So starting from start variable, we have to reach this string, and this will be the generation of this string from this grammar, and that is also called the derivation of the string. So there are 2 ways to derive the string from grammar. First one is called leftmost derivation, and second is called rightmost derivation. LMD and RMD. In leftmost derivation, at a point of time we replace only variable at leftmost position. That means while deriving a string, at any particular time we can replace only the variable which is at leftmost position at that time. And in rightmost derivation, we replace only the variable which is at rightmost position. We will understand this with the derivation of this string also. So we will derive this string by both the ways, by leftmost derivation and by rightmost derivation also. So while deriving a string from start variable, we will use these production rules, and if we are using leftmost derivation, then at a point of time we will replace only the variable which is at leftmost position, and in rightmost derivation we will replace only variable which is at rightmost position. So here you see the leftmost derivation of this string. So we will start our job from start variable, that is e. So we can apply here production number 2. So we can replace this e with e plus e, which is production number 2 actually. And now since we are doing leftmost derivation, so this point of time you see there are two variables. So we will choose the leftmost variable. So by applying the production number 6, since we need to derive a, so we'll use the production e to small a here. So it will be a plus e now. Then only one variable is there. So this is the only variable. So this is leftmost variable, you can see at this point of time. So now we will replace this by the production number 4 say. So it will be a plus e asterisk e, then applying production number 6 to this variable, since this is leftmost variable, this one. So we will move to a plus a asterisk e, then again applying production number 6, we reach to our desired string. So this is the leftmost derivation for this string from this CFG. And what will be rightmost derivation? So again we have to start from e. So we can apply the same production, e plus e. Now this point of time we will replace only the rightmost variable here. So I can replace this by production number 4 say e asterisk e. So this would become, we are replacing this variable actually. So this would become e asterisk e. Then there are three variables. This e is the rightmost variable. So we will replace this by applying production number 6. So we will get e plus e asterisk a. Then again applying production number 6. This is the rightmost variable. So we will get e plus a asterisk a. Then again applying production number 6. We will reach to our desired string. This should be a actually. So here is the desired string. And this is the graphical representation, like how we are generating or how we are deriving the string from this start symbol. So this is called derivation tree. So what is derivation tree? A graphical representation of how we are generating a string from grammar.